Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Immortal Gaming. This is me again, Marvin, and we're now here for another video for Ragnarok Origin. And this time, we're going to be talking about the neutral build of the Sage. So we have, briefly discussed this in the previous guide that we have made for the Sage, but now we are going to dwell more into this build. So this includes Psychic Wave, the Void Bolt, and the Weakened Mind, which are all forced neutral from the Sage build. So this is the time that you are not going to be using the Verus Core, which is the triple cast. Most of the people are yearning for that triple cast, particularly for the Smeldon cores. But as of the moment, we won't need it on this build. Okay, so we need a lot of SP, particularly because of the Divine Armament. So the Divine Armament that we are going to be using is the strategy. Okay, the strategy, it has a magical attack percentage, 12% on that, in +8. The basic damage of Void Bolt and the Weakened Mind is increased by 14%. And for every 200 max SP, you deal 1% more magic damage. So your max SP is also increased by 14 for every 1 intelligence. So this is gonna be working a lot for those who have +15 weapons. So for the Psychic Wave, most of the people are using the Intellect tablet. So I've already tested the Legacy of Dragon, because the Legacy of Dragon also relies on your SP, and this is useful for some occasions, but the strategy weapon is superior. Okay, so aside from that, we are also going to be using the Master of Magic set instead of the Sprint set. Although, you would most likely be saying that the Sprint set would be reducing the global cooldown of these skills, since the Void Bolt and the Psychic Wave has a high cooldown. But we need more damage, particularly if you want to one-hit mobs on grinding. If you're gonna be using this on grinding, this is perfect for those who cannot get a one-hit on Raidrick, or who wants to perform better on different occasions, such as the Juperos Ruin, since your bolts have basically less 25% on the boss, because the boss is Holy Element. So this is neutral. It would be, much more flexible on all of the instances on Juperos Ruins. But for the Temple of Nightmare, I would be still suggesting bolts. If we're gonna be looking at the Master of Magic, we will be using the increase on your SP here, because on +10, even on +10, guys, it increases your max SP by 600 when you have already used it again and again, because it stacks to 4 times for each of the 3 gears. So that's 200 for each gear. That's a total of 600 for 4 stacks. Okay, so on +15, that would be better, but we don't have +15, so it's gonna be, much more relatable for most of the people out there. Okay, so that's what we are using as of the moment. What's our SP? Look at our SP. It's now 11,957. That is because of our Divine Armament. If you are going to focus on this build, for example, here, I can put it on more int here, 12 int. That would be increasing further my SP. Look at that. From 11,900, it gets to 12,200 in just one set of enchant. So it would be dishing out more damage, since going back again to the weapon, you're gonna deal 1% more magic damage for every 200 max SP. For the course, I am just using the basic one. I am not going to put the Holy Shield and Power of Stars, because I got this. Luckily, I got this for the Weakened Mind and the Void Bolt build. But as of the moment, we are still going to use the Dimic, Power of Stars, the Transcendence, and, the Core Overload is not that needed. But Transcendence is very much, advisable, and the Power of Stars, okay? Let's look at the skills. The skill description of Void Bolt is just the same as all of the bolts, but this one is neutral. So for the Weakened Mind drains your enemy's SP. So if the enemy is a monster or a boss, technically it would consider the first attack as full SP and the second attack would be a drained SP. Okay, so 0 SP. So you would notice that on mobs, it would deal less damage on the first hit and it would deal more damage on the second hit. The good thing about Weakened Mind is that it does not have any cooldown. The only thing that you have to worry about here is the cast time. So let's try it now. We are going to use the Weakened Mind at first. Okay, there you go. Let's try it. So I'm still using normal course, normal Demic course, and a normal pet. Okay, Weakened Mind 1.5, and you would see that the second hit is now 3.5 M. So the first hit is 1.4 and the next one would be more or so doubled because you know, the algorithm thinks that the enemy that you're hitting has a full SP and the second one would be a drained SP. The second hit would be a drained SP. Okay? What's the cast time? It's 0.4 seconds. Okay? So we are going to change that and see if we can still lower that fixed cast time. Okay, let's put on magic here. Magic again. And magic here. So 2 level 4 and 1 level 5 magic. Let's see if it will bring down more our fixed cast time. And additionally, you can use coprocessor activation since it decreases your fixed cast time further by 15% whenever you kill an enemy. Okay, let's try it. Okay, so it's now 0.3, right? Okay, let's see the exact reduction. It's still 0.3 here. It's from 0.38 to 0.31. Okay, let's see. It becomes 0.2 when you kill an enemy. Okay, I think that is good for me. But you know, if it would be better, it would really be better if we could take out the fixed cast time. So now let's try and use the Void Bolt. Okay, so let's take it back to magical attack and chance. Okay, so we're now gonna try the Void Bolt. So it's 2 million as of the moment. So you have higher damage output on Weakened Mind versus Void Bolt. Basically, you know, the thing here is that it has a very long cooldown. Let's now try it on the dummy and let's see the possibilities. That's Holy, Small, and let's say Fish. Okay, and we're gonna be using the cards that I'm using for Peros. Apologies if this is not maxed. I am so sorry about this. Okay, and Fish, right? Okay, and this one is not even leveled up. Okay, there you go. So let's now try it on the dummy. We are now using the Holy Light Shield. This one increases the damage by 10%. And the Power of Stars, 3% more damage if you have 10% higher than 50% of your SP. So we are now at 100%. So basically, it's like 12 to 15% increase since we cannot maintain 100% SP. So it's going to be varying from 90% to 100% SP. And we have Transcendence level 7. And we can add a little bit of mana length boost. Okay? So let's go. Weakened Mind, the first strike is 1.5. The second would be varying from 3.4 to 3.8. Can we go 4 million? Sometimes it hits 4 million at this state. Let's now try it on with the buff of Dunel. Okay, the Dunel gives you buff every time that it casts. Okay, there you go. And the good thing here is every time that it casts, you get less cast time. If it procs, come on, there you go. It's just 0.2. It got lessened by 0.2. Okay, let's try it with 1-1. So, by the way, guys, if you want to maintain your damage, you have to increase the automatic use of your potion settings to 97%. Okay? It's 3.9. It's 4.4. Okay, because of the buff of the 1-1. Okay, so let's try it with the double buff of the 1-1 and the Antasha B. Okay. It's 4.7. 4.7, guys. That's nice. Goes up to 4.7. So this on max cards can go more than 5 million. And I think that is so much better than our bolts, because our bolts can go up to like around 3 million only, but with faster cast time. Okay, but this one is much more flexible. Let's now test this build on mobs and on Raidrix. We are still using the same set, which is the Weakened Mind. So I will show you here that it requires a lot of things for you to one-hit the enemy using Weakened Mind, since the first hit does less damage. Let's see. Okay, so there you go. It's 2 million on the first hit, and I think, you know, not many people could do this. There you go. So if you are, you know, planning to use the neutral build on the Raidrix, I would suggest for you to use the Void Bolt instead, because Void Bolt is much more easier for you to use here. Look at that. It's easy 2.7M. Easy 3 million. But this is with Antasha. Let's change it to the Squidget. There you go. So with the Squidget's Monstrous Dance, it's still 3 million. But when the Monstrous Dance stops, let's see what's the damage. It's 2.7, 2.6 million. It's much more viable than the Weakened Mind. Okay? So that's it. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. What do you think about the neutral build? Are you gonna build it for yourself? Are you gonna use it also on Jupero's Ruins? Let me know in the comment section below. That's it. Thank you everybody for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. If you happen to like this video, please do leave a like. Share this to your friends and click that bell notification button so you get notified every time I upload a new video, start a new stream, or a new content. That's it. See you again on the next video. Bye-bye! 'Cause now I found you.